And there's several things I'd like to mention about this specific statue. I think the first, most important, is that it is a life-size or slightly over life-size head. It's actually very easy to imagine. If you just take my shot next to the Buddha, you can see that it's really life-size at least. And so this means that the seated statue that originally held this head and bust was probably the largest ever recorded authentic statue of the emaciated Buddha. This piece has a provenance that has been recorded since the 1930s. It is from the collection of Arthur Hueck, who was an art critic and a renowned publisher of a major newspaper in Toulouse in France. After the Second World War, this collection has been documented and recorded by a court bailiff, so it's an official document. So what we're looking at is actually one of the most, if not the most important and iconic images of Buddhism that exists, but also we're looking at a piece that has what we call in the industry bulletproof provenance. And to have all of that together in probably the largest piece ever recorded is absolutely unique. The most important, most distinct features, such as the veins that are protruding because of the emaciations, as well as you can see here, also the spine, which is very characteristic. You have here some wrinkles that appear on those two sides. You have these eyes that are deeply recessed in their sockets, and you have this thin, extremely sharp nose, which is very difficult to realize as a sculpture, to the extent that the profile, the view from the side of the statue, is equally strong as if you look at it from the front. Very, very unusual. I've seen several of these, especially later copies, that show that this could never be satisfyingly resolved by any of the sculptures, except very, very few pieces. On top of that, you have here very nicely carved the hair, as we know it from other depictions of Shakyamuni and Bodhisattvas in this period. So if you just look at the hair, there's nothing really unusual there. The emaciation is limited to the face and of course the body. The documents from Arthur Hueck, we have here the inventory list, and we have here the cover page, and this is a portrait image of Arthur Hueck. These are all available, and copies of it accompany this piece, and we see also here the stamp of the court bailiff that is on the page and on the cover of the inventory. Also some favorable comparisons, a piece carved from very similar material in the Metropolitan Museum, but much smaller, of course, and then another also much smaller that is in the Tsil Shan Monastery Buddhist Art Museum in Hong Kong. That sold at Bonhams for roughly 150,000 euro. Overall, a surprisingly impressive piece, and at least to my knowledge, one of the best Gandhara statues that have been on the auction market in the last 20 or 30 years.